eternal journey on which I teach not only Bhagavad Gita but meditation techniques also. Hope some of you were there with me in earlier live sessions. If you were there, let me start with asking you a question. Did you try to meditate? If not, please try it at the earliest. Let me assure you, you will be benefited. Let's go on to Bhagavad Gita chapter 8. Before that, let me request you to like and subscribe the channel Eternal Journey. Let's go straight to chapter 8, in which we will hit again the most favorite topic of mine, the meditation. Verse 12 says, concentrate at the heart chakra. We have 7 chakras in the body, from bottom to top or top to bottom. It's basically, we say, from the bottom, the Mooladhara, the Swadhisthana, the Manipur, and the heart chakra or the Anahata. Then, of course, we should be the Agya chakra and then Sahasrara. So, in verse 12, chapter 8, श्लोक 12 में भगवान कहते हैं कि हार्ट पे ध्यान करो. Concentrate at the heart. How to do that? Close your eyes, fix your mind on the heart. You don't have to look there with eyes. You have to put your mind, your attention, your concentration there and focus there. Pinpoint your mind at one place for as long as possible, and do not allow your mind to wander away anywhere else. The moment your mind goes somewhere else, get it back to that heart chakra. This is how you meditate. I have told you many techniques earlier also. Pick up one or two, whichever you like most, and then meditate on them. Meditate early in the morning, the moment you get up from the bed, and meditate in the night or in the evening at around sunset. These are the 2 times fixed, scheduled for meditation. If you do not meditate early in the morning, immediately after getting up from the bed, and start doing something else, then think that you will do meditation later on. That will not be possible, because the world will pull you away from God. Meditation or Dhyan Yoga is the path of finding God through meditative techniques. These techniques are, you can see, as old as 5,000 years back. This meditation technique of meditating on the heart has been given by sage Ved Vyasa in Bhagavad Gita almost 5,000 years back. It's written over there. It may not be exactly the way I am telling you, but it is there. A hint is there. A tip is there, and you can pick up from there. When you concentrate at the heart chakra, fix your mind there and mentally keep chanting some mantra. Mantra like Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Radhe Radhe, anything that you like. Or you can create your own mantra. If you are from different religion, you can pick up mantra from your own religion. You can create your own, like may there be peace in the world, and keep chanting that continuously in the mind without uttering it out. So that was the beginning of chapter 8. I started with meditation technique as it is the most favorite thing that I have with me. I practice meditation morning, evening, daily, and I suggest the same to others also. On my channel, you'll find many techniques. You can pick up the best you like, one or two, and meditate for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening. Every day, do it for 3 months. See the benefit coming to you, see the changes that are happening to you. And if that is happening, then search for a master, search for a guru, a God realized person who has seen God, who has known God, who is a Siddha person, and whom you feel from the core of your heart that he is your master, he is your guru. How to find the guru? Whatever you wanted to find in a guru, you will realize that those indications are being given by him. He will give signals, symbols, and many other indications which you wanted to see in your master. And if that happens, believe that is your master. But it doesn't mean you only have to go and find a master. The master will also find you. He will also have to accept you as your disciple. Until and unless both of you accept each other as guru and disciple, the relation cannot exist. Upanishads say, let the master and the disciple both uplift each other together. Now, I told you one of the meditation technique in chapter 5, verse 27, shlok 27, looking between the eyebrows. God says in chapter 8, one who at the time of death focuses and concentrates between the two eyebrows, he is liberated from the cycle of death and birth. So, friends, each and every meditation technique has its own benefits. You may like some, you may not like some. But God Himself says, if you look at between the two eyebrows at the time of death, you will be liberated. You will not come back again to the miseries of this world. these miseries, these miseries are pain, death at the end, sorrow, hatred, anger, lust, greed. These are the miseries of the world. Desire, the strongest enemy, which never allows you to sit silently. It keeps pushing you for something or the other. Whereas God in Geeta Himself says, live in bare minimum needs. Do not increase your needs continuously. Because the moment you start increasing your needs, it will become an endless journey and you will never be able to satisfy yourself and you will never be happy. God says in chapter 8, detach yourself from the senses. How can you detach from the senses? In earlier sessions, I have told you in one of the chapters, Lord says, like a tortoise, when it senses danger, it pulls its limbs inside, its head inside. Similarly, when the senses take you towards the world, pull your senses inwards towards the soul. Mind is stronger than the senses. Control your senses with your mind. Tell your mind will listen to you only when you tame it. And you can tame it with meditation very easily. God says, mind is the greatest enemy and mind is the greatest friend. If you control the mind, it is the greatest friend. And if you do not control it, allow it to wander away on its own, it is the biggest enemy. So, control the senses with your mind. Keep the mind under your own control, under your soul, under your intellect. God says, detach the senses from the world. It means do not go for thinking, I want even more good food. I want even more good food. I want even more wealth. I want even more luxury. Don't go asking for these, because these are the desires of the senses and mind. Control the mind and senses and live a happy life. Surrender to me, that's what God says. Be my devotee. With devotion, chant my name. With devotion, give your all activities to me. And if that happens, you will find me one fine day. And then there will be no looking back. You will not come back to this earth. You will not come back to the miseries of this life. God says, in this manner, when you devote yourself to me, when you surrender yourself to me, you never come back to this earth again. One who comes to my abode is free from the cycle of birth and death. So be my devotee, come to my abode where there is just peace, happiness, bliss, and joy, and nothing else. You, as soul, have originated from me, and your ultimate destination, your final destination, is me only. You have to come to my abode. It may take hundreds and thousands and millions of births, but the ultimate destination is that only. Whatever karma you do in this life, whatever duty you do in this life, if you devote that to me, then the aggregate of the good karmas, good duties, good works of this life will be carried forward to the next life. And the spiritual activity that you do in next life will still further be carried on to next life till the time you attain freedom from the cycle of life and birth. And when you die doing spiritual duty, when you die offering your duty to me, not desiring for the results of the activities, when you die and take birth in next life, you will go to some spiritually minded family, a family which is devoted to God. You will find place in a good, rich family, maybe an aristocrat family, and you will have a happy life. And you will have next life under my guidance there as well. And your past karmas will guide you ahead from there till the time you finally reach me. God says in chapter 8, when one dies in the waxing fortnight of moon, let me make it simpler. When one dies in the increasing size of moon in a fortnight. Now there are two fortnights in a month. In one month, the moon is waxing, and in another, it is waning. When the moon is increasing in size and ultimately finishes at full moon, we call it waxing moon. So when one dies in waxing moon, when the sun is traveling north for 6 months, 6 months sun travels north, and for 6 months sun travels south. So when the sun is traveling north in 6 months, in the waxing moon, in the increasing moon, when one dies, he doesn't come back to earth. And when in the waning moon one dies, in the 6 months when the sun is traveling south, one has to come back to earth. Again and again in Bhagavad Gita, Lord has emphasized that we take birth, we die, but the soul never dies. Its journey continues. It takes rebirth in a new body. It again starts growing up as a child, then as an adult, then goes to old age, and then finally the soul leaves the body, then again takes rebirth. So, to get rid of this cycle of birth and death, two techniques, two ways, two things already have been explained in this chapter only. One is when one dies, concentrating between the two eyebrows, which is also known as Bhrumad. When you are concentrating at the Agya Chakra, this is known as Agya Chakra. When you concentrate here at the time of death, you do not take rebirth. Very easy, easier said, but difficult to be done. Because at the time of death, who knows whether you remember God or not? That will be possible only when you make it a habit of practicing, chanting, and remembering God at all times. Chanting the name of God and remembering God at all times. It will be possible only then. When one serves or when someone does his duty and expects no results in return, when one does desireless activity, when one works but for the sake of offering his activities and also the results of the activities to God, then God also takes care of him. Because amidst of the working, amidst of the duty, he is still offering his activities to God. And by doing so, he is remembering God. And when you remember God, even while performing the God, he loves you even more. And such a devotee goes to the abode of the God and never returns. That was chapter 8. Let's move on to chapter 9, Secret Yoga. What is the secret yoga? God says, all beings are in me, but I am not in them. Now, this is contradictory because at one place he says, everything is in me and I am in everything. Of course, you will also believe that God is in everything because he has created them. And in us, humans, he rests in our souls, in our heart. He rests in us as soul. But here in this chapter, he means to say, I am everything, but if someone thinks that is equal to me, he is in me, that's wrong. Like the wind blowing everywhere in the sky rests in the sky, similarly, everything rests in me. That's what God says. At the beginning of the millennium, I created the universe, the cosmos, and at the end of millenniums, I will destroy it again. And this cycle will take place again and again. The way the cycle of birth, rebirth, and death occurs with we humans and animals, similarly, God says the same thing happens for this nature and creation. Millenniums ago, I created this creation, and at the end of many, many millenniums, I will destroy it. And the cycle of creation and destruction will keep continuing because this is the way I want things to happen. This is the way things happen. He says, at my will, I create and destroy the universes. Now you may ask, why is that? Why does he create and why does he destroy? He created because he wanted to create something different from him. He was alone. And in this creation, he himself came as man and woman. Man is the greatest creation of God. Bible also says God made man in his own image. That means man is nothing else but God. In we humans, He stays, He lives in our hearts. Many places in Bhagavad Gita, He has said, I live in the hearts. So, why does He create and why does He destroy? He was alone. He wanted to create something. He created something. He came into this himself, but the man got lost in this world. The purpose of God coming on this earth in human body was to be happy, to be joyful, and then ultimately go back to Him from where he had come. But having come here, man gets lost in the materialistic desires and then suffers again and again. As I have said earlier, in many places in Bhagavad Gita, Lord has said, surrender to me, be my devotee, remember me with devotion, and I will protect you. I will take care of you. I will liberate you. As in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, he says, when the irreligious people arise and religious people go down, I incarnate to destroy the irreligious. I incarnate to destroy the irreligion and uplift the religion. Similarly, he says here, those who surrender to me, I take care of them. One who worships God, he goes to God, he finds God. One who worships ancestors, he finds ancestors. One who worships ghosts and spirits, he finds ghosts and spirits. He goes to their world. And who loves me, who surrenders to me, who devotes to me, who offers his duties to me, he comes to my abode, he finds me. And having come to my abode, he never goes back. He says, my devotee who is truthful, even with great devotion, even if he offers a leaf of a plant, leaf of a tree, even he offers me a fruit, even water, I accept that. So he says, be my true devotee, and I will not expect anything very big from you. If you offer just one simple flower, that is acceptable to me. I will heartily, happily, and with great love and affection accept that and bless you. God says, O Arjuna, declare it to this world that my devotee never perishes because I take care of him. Chapter 10, Yoga of the Divine Glories, the Vibhuti Yoga. God says, I am the sun, I am the moon. Of all the greatest things, O Arjuna, that you see in this world, that is me, nothing else. And listen, who am I? I am the sun and moon amongst the stars. I am Shiva, I am Brahma, and I am Vishnu. I am Kartikeya, the lord of the battles, the leader of the fighting armies. I am Yama, the lord of the death, the lord of the death. I am Kuber, the Lord of Wealth. Amongst gods, I am Indra. Amongst Vedas, I am Samved. Among the mantras, I am Gayatri Mantra. Among the mountains, I am Meru. Meru is the name of the mountain. Amongst the unmovable things, immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Amongst the rivers, I am Ganges. Amongst the trees, I am banyan tree. Amongst the beasts, I am lion. Amongst the birds, I am Garud. Garud is kind of eagle. It is supposed to be the mythological vehicle of Lord Vishnu. Amongst the men, I am Ram, I am Krishna, I am Arjun, and I am Vyas. Let's move on to chapter 12, chapter 11, the universal form of God. Despite having told Arjuna so many things about life and death, about to perform his duty, stand up and fight, Arjuna is still in dilemma. He says, God, you have told me so many things. Now I want you to see as to what you have told me about you, about the glories that you have just told me. I want to see you in that form. And Krishna says, Arjuna, okay, see my universal form, but you can't see me with these human eyes. So I give you the divine eyes. And with the divine eyes, what Arjuna sees is Lord has no end, no beginning, no middle, and no end. He is extended from earth to the limitless universe. He has thousands and thousands of arms, mouths, eyes, ears, nose. He has ferocious teeth. He sees the warriors like Bhishma, Drona, and Karna entering his mouth. He sees the soldiers smashed between his teeth. He sees the fire emanating from his mouth, which is burning the entire universe. Lord says in this, O Arjuna, fight. See, I have already killed those whom you think you will be killing. You are not the doer. I am the doer. You just follow your duty. You just perform your dharma. Arjuna sees thousands and thousands of bellies of God, thighs, legs, and his endless form. Arjuna is scared on seeing all this. He says, Oh Lord, I am scared on seeing this universal form of you. I humbly request you, please forgive. Forgive my ignorance of imagining you as my friend. Many times I have called you as O Yadav, O Krishna, O Madhusudan. I never realized what you were. Please forgive my ignorance. Now I'm scared and I want to see you back in your normal form, please. Then God shows him his four-armed form, the form of Lord Vishnu, holding conch, lotus, club, and chakra in his arms. And then finally shows him his two-armed human form, seeing which Arjuna becomes normal. Chapter 12 Bhagavad Gita says devotional yoga, bhakti yoga. In one of my previous videos, friends, I told you all the chapters of Bhagavad Gita end with the word yoga, bhakti yoga, knowledge yoga, meditation yoga, secret yoga. All the chapters, all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita end with yoga, which means uniting. Yoga means to add or to unite. What to unite? Unite the soul with the God, or uniting ourselves with the God. That is what is yoga. And it can be done with service, that is duty, following meditation, following bhakti yoga, about which we are going to know in this chapter, chapter 12. God says, one who loves and praise me in my personal form, that is as human form or the ideal form, that is better because it is easier to find me in that form. In my formless form, it is difficult to reach me. The bhakti yogis chant the names of the God, keep chanting bhajans all the time, and keep remembering God all the time. They devote their devotion, their devotional songs to God, and that is how they move ahead in the devotional path. God says, one who worships me, he gets swift liberation. So, no one path of finding the God is enough. You have to add on, you have to borrow from other paths also. So, even when one is on the path of bhakti as per 12th chapter, he also reads scriptures, he also performs duties, and maybe he meditates also. So, when going towards God, we do borrow from all other paths, and that is how we move ahead. Like the path of duty says, desireless activity says, devote your activity to me and do not expect results in return. Similarly, in Bhakti Yoga, you keep chanting the names of the God, keep chanting the songs of the Lord, but don't expect anything in return. Devote it because you are His devotee, because you are surrendering to Him. Neither rejoice nor grieve. Be balanced in your life. When, when you are happy, don't go out of limits. When you are unhappy, don't be too sad. See your friends and enemies equally. Be equal in heat and cold, day and night, summers and winters. God says, be balanced. Do not go towards one side. Do not get carried away. Live a balanced life. Eat balanced. Sleep balanced. In recreation, also live a balanced life. And similarly, in work, also live a balanced life. So, friends, I hope you enjoyed today's session, and soon we will meet again. Until then, be on my channel, Eternal Journey. Like it, subscribe it, do meditation, read scriptures, read Bhagavad Gita, read the translation part again and again till the time you are sure that you know what is there in Bhagavad Gita. And remember God at all times. Look for a God realized teacher, master, and liberate yourself, uplift yourself, enjoy this life. This life is meant to be enjoyed. Thank you very much for being with me. Bye bye. God bless.